What is happening, everybody? Do a couple quick shout outs to everybody that's popped in. Kevin, what is happening, man? Howdy. Shout out to Lakeland, Florida. Joshua, what's happening? David, appreciate you stopping by. I'm not late, man. I'm actually early. This is set for 7:45 tonight, my man. It is 7:43. I just had a sleepy couple weeks, I guess, you know? Hey, Carly, how are you? So wastewater treatment. Hey, it's a similar thing, but just a little bit different, you know? I don't know if I could magnifish in wastewater though. Yeah, that would be pretty gross. We already deal with enough gross stuff. That's like next level grossness. But that's spot guys, yeah. So you kind of heard me make a couple references, make it sound like I'd actually been somewhere else during that day, and I had been. Hey, Kelly. Um, I had been at a different bridge, and I was going to do this as part two, but I liked this video a little bit more. I liked that it was a little different, and I also used the different intro instead of using the same old shanty thing. So um, I thought it was cool that way. Everything that goes down the drain, why? Crappy job. Yeah, I've watched those Mike Rowe shows. I know what that stuff's all about. I've seen him get inside those containers. No, thank you. We have a waste treatment place right here in on the Cape. It's in Hyannis, and they put it right next to our mall. And in the middle of the summer at the Cape Cod Mall, all you can smell is that treatment plant. It's amazing that people even go to the mall because I don't even want to get out of my car when I'm going over there. It's so disgusting. You get out of the car and instantly it's like getting into a bowl of like poop soup. You know, it's so heavy and just it's nasty. But hey, clean water is clean water. Whether you're pulling up 9 railroad spikes and 8 uh railroad plates, I think that was my final count. 9 railroad spikes, eight plates, 7,000 of those clamps, and just other random stuff. It's extremely offensive. I can't imagine. There is literally like a car tire service place, and it's one of our largest ones here on the Cape. That's right across the street from that plant. That must be horrendous. Appreciate you hanging in there, Josh. So yeah, guys, couple weeks here. We got Christmas coming up, so I don't know if you guys are all set for it. I have started getting some of my orders in. I try to get like a good base done on Amazon, and then I'll go out shopping. So I got taking Talia out with me on Sunday to do Carolina, and but most of the stuff I've been able to order online. Yeah, Jason, if it's anything like this one, absolutely go there, dude. There's got to be a ton. Graham, really appreciate you popping in here, man. I don't know if you're probably back in England for good now, yeah? It's still super late there, so I appreciate you popping in. Um, Getting a lot of college dorm stuff, yeah. You know, my older kids, as soon as they moved out of the house, Jason, you know, it's easier to just send them cash or a check or something like that instead of sending them boxes of gifts. That at this point, you know, they're just learning how to live on their own, especially Alex. Zena's 30, so she's been out there for a while. All right, that's good to know. Um, yeah, so they just get cash. But Colin's got some more stuff. I'm trying to help him fill out some of the walls in his room and stuff like that. But you know, he's about to graduate and he wants to go into the Air Force, so he may not even be using that room for much longer. We'll see what happens. Um, Gift cards, yep, gift cards are good. That's pretty much what we're trying to do this year. Jason is go practical, but that's a great idea too. You know, um, send him some cash and maybe a card, because now and then that would kind of force him to use that on groceries, wouldn't it? Yeah, he is a pretty smart kid. It's something he's been wanting to do. I've talked about it before. It's something he's been wanting to do since he was 5 years old. But let's go back to that railroad bridge thing. So I didn't even know about that bridge. I was magnet fishing. I was up in Medfield and I was on another bridge and finding a lot of decent stuff. I mean, I found some garbage but I had a couple cool finds that are going to be in next week's video. But when I was standing at the bridge like that, while I was standing at the bridge, I could see straight across from me that there was a railroad bridge. And sure enough, on the track itself, parked by where my car was, um, I could see like an old locomotive car, but it wasn't going anywhere. And it was like it had all sorts of plants growing over it. And I knew that line at that point was not being used. And so I just walked over there. As you saw on the beginning of the video, I walked up to it, walked away from it. It was a beautiful spot. And I would love to do that again. It's different being under a bridge. We're always on top of the bridges. So it's a different type of magnet fishing, a different style of magnet fishing, because it's all just shore tossing. And as everybody else here saw and you're talking about, it was extremely shallow too. And that actually helped. I could see some stuff in there. But every single pole, I didn't put every single pole in the video, but every single pole there was something there. So I'd love to do that again. You guys know me and my railroad spikes, and I've got them all over the house. I love railroad spikes. So I could collect a few more, throw those guys in some water, do what I did over the summertime, throw them in a whole bunch of apple cider vinegar. That seemed to do a really, really good job. But how are you guys as far as like gift stuff goes? Let's circle back as I'm bouncing from topic to topic. Are you guys last minute shoppers or are all you guys done? I've always been a last minute one. But over the past few years I've tried to change that. They are really neat. And I actually had a friend when we did our 5K giveaway, Carly. I don't know if you ever saw these, but I had a friend who has a laser etcher. And he did these. Came up pretty cool. All done. So I'm not close to done. I think for the most part, my kids are done. I think I got a couple things maybe for Talia and then do everybody's stockings, but this Christmas feels a little different. I don't know if you guys are all on there or all on the same page, but feels a little different. Wife handles the rest. There you go. There you go, Joshua. I do end up doing the wrapping at least the stuff that I purchased, but I hate wrapping. Christmas just feels different. I remember, maybe it's just age, but it just doesn't feel as exciting as it once used to be. I bet, Jay, because now, those kids that those kids that you raised, you know what I mean? They're now doing something completely different and they've moved on to the world. I still can't believe some days that I actually have a 30-year-old daughter. She's not quite 30 yet. Let me let her stay in her 20s for a little while, but she'll be 30 in April. And I don't feel like I should have a 30-year-old kid, but I do. When I has to do a college signing day, committing the cheer team. Okay, there you go. It did, Kelly. We've been talking about time for the past couple nights. Even like, I don't know if it's the darkness of winter, but days are flying right by. Um, it's hard to keep up with stuff too, you know? So yeah. But I do have some plans as far as what's going on with what we're doing right now. So I've got enough content. One from the other bridge. That's what the end of our year is going to look like here, at least. I've got another video from the bridge, same place in Medfield, different bridge. The next week, I went out this fishing with, not with, because he never showed up. I was supposed to meet up with Brockton in Boston, and he dipped out on me. He said it was too cold. And honestly, it was pretty cold. It was very, very cold. My gloves, which are fantastic gloves, they froze and my hands didn't. But there was ice on my gloves. So we're gonna do those two videos. Then I'm gonna do a couple of my year end, and I've got some new ideas for it. You guys will have to watch it and see what you think with it. But I'm trying to make it a little bit more interactive and not just be a best of, but maybe have a little fun with it. Nick knows what I'm talking about. I have spilt the beans to Nick, but I think my last week of lives is going to be next week. And then I'm going to take Christmas, which is a Thursday this year, I believe. I believe Christmas falls on a Thursday. Let's just double check. Christmas does fall on a Thursday. So we will probably do next week and then skip the next 2 weeks and then come back, whatever that is, January 8th. Just to take some time off, you know, deal with the end of the year chaos. I've got to go through a whole year's worth of content at this point and find the moments that I think are the best. I enjoy making the compilation videos because get to do a lot of that stuff. Everybody needs a break. Yeah. As soon as my son moved, Jay, that was the first thing I did was, ooh, what do you live near for when I'm up there, you know? I did the same thing with my daughter. When I started magnet fishing, I was like, oh, if I go to Burlington, I know there's like tons of rivers up there. Um, what do you mean you found a restaurant in Vermont that? Oh, probably like the place we were in Nashua, New Hampshire. That was the one where we had the Karen that was coming out and asking us, telling us that we were making a mess, even though I'd only been there once before. It was when Josh and I were up there, and Josh and I cleaned up our stuff. Josh, if you are still lurking, we never left. We didn't leave a mess there at all. Um, not too far from my house. She was amazing. How many hard drives do you have? Right now, I just have one. 1 gram, but I think it's a 4 terabyte drive. So I haven't quite filled it up yet. I think it's almost halfway. Okay, I know right where KJ is, the KJ River is. Vermont, because that was where the KG goes all the way up to the Pittsfield area, which is where I spent some time. I don't know if you guys are hearing chatter in the back. Um, but I'll look that up. Simon Pierce Keiichi. Let's check it out. I'd like to travel a little bit more this summer, I think, Jason. Um, maybe come up there. Oh yeah, I see it. Simon Pierce. Looks like a pretty okay. Yeah, I'll look it up. Talca, Luis, ¿cómo estás, mi amigo? How are you, buddy? Ah, bien. Un poco cansado, pero bien, ¿no? Getting better with the Spanish. But that's about all I can do. Yeah, I've had my tutor has skipped it this week though. I wasn't feeling well. Had to take a break on that too. Like you said, Carly, sometimes you gotta take a break from everything. And I've been doing that class every day for every week for 2 months, 3 months now. Got my smart water, see if it'll help me out. Ah, see, that's where I start to get lost. That's where I start to get lost, Luis. Let me see if I can break this down. How are Carolina and Talia? They're good. Bien. Oh, yes. See, I don't know that. I don't know all that stuff. Para todos ustedes hasta uh oh, from Chile to the United States. I get you, buddy. I can read some of it. Oh, I don't know where we just were. Yeah, talking about locations. So that's the plan for the rest of the year. But I want to look for more railroad bridges. We've got two of them here on the Cape. But the problem with the two that we have, um, is they have tons and tons and tons of rocks. Like so many that I think anywhere near the bridge, probably within 40 feet of the bridge, you're just going to be smashing on rocks. And it's really a shame because there used to be a railroad bridge above it. Right now, there is a bike trail above it. Kids used to jump off there in the summer. So God knows what's in there from what they dropped. But after losing my magnet again this weekend in Boston, when Brockton didn't show up, um, I'm just worried about losing another magnet. I don't want to play around with rocks. Don't want to play around with the rocks. But the bridges like that have had so much traffic on them, that's really what I'm looking for. I don't want to just be doing these street bridges anymore. I'm searching for the old beat up ones, the ones in the middle of nowhere. Um, those would be fantastic. Problem with a lot of those is Google Earth doesn't look super fantastic when you're trying to scroll through random rivers and stuff like that. It's really hard to see. Rocks are definitely no bueno. Absolutely. They're horrible. I've smashed up old magnets on them, but I just get stuck. And that's what I think that's where I think my magnet in Boston is I think it's stuck between two rocks. I was literally throwing it like here. Excuse me. Um, it was right out in front of me. So rather than wedge it even more, I went as far as I could to this side without going in the water and taking a swim because again it was freezing. I went all the way that way and I just couldn't get it. I tried rocking it back and forth, tried to loosen it up, but rocks are just no bueno. No bueno at all. And unless I have a boat, there's no way of rescuing that. And where I left it, I did tie it off, but it's pretty close to where a lot of homeless people kind of hang out and camp. So I don't feel like it's going to stay there. you know, look at 1800s maps. Yeah. So I do actually have one in mind, um, David. Let me actually show you guys. Hey, what's going on, Lou? Yeah, it does suck about the magnet. That's an unfortunate byproduct of this hobby. Um, but let me look this up real quick. I showed you guys this a while ago. There was, or I didn't show you, Jason from Motor City Magnets came on here and he was talking about um, this website, which I'm going to show real quick. Let's go here. Current tab. There we go. Perfect. That's what that probably would be a better idea, Jason. So let's see real quick. I'm going to look into here, aerials. We're going to say 1938, and we're going to hit compare. Compare. Yeah, there we go. So now I'm going to search for, I'm going to show you this cool thing here real quick, guys. Oh, it actually showed up there. So check this out, guys. I'm going to share this, okay? I don't know what happened. My bad. I hit the wrong button. Let's go here. Share screen. This one. This one. Okay. So let me get that shoe out of the way. I guess I can't move the shoe. But see right here, guys, see on this middle part, it looks like there might be a bridge there. So if I go to the compare, right, and I choose this, overlays. Oh, why isn't that working? Oh, here we go. Aerials 2023. All right, so there we go. And let's do aerials from 1938. Okay, so check it out, guys. This is how this site works. Let me get those things off the screen. So you guys, this is what it looks like today. Okay. This is what it looks like today. There's no more bridge there. But with this historical aerials site, you can look at old images. And look, check that out. I mean, there's definitely something there. That was an old train junction. This is what it looks like today. This is the only side I can get to. This side has it's private property, someone owns that. But check that out. I mean, there's a bridge right in the middle there. I thought that was cool. So that's what I'm gonna do. Remove from the stage. There we go. We're back. I thought that was pretty cool though. Let's see, separate views. There we go. Yeah, there are tons of them around though, and I would love to find them. Again, I have a thing for railroad spikes, so I might as well add more to the collection. I'll figure out something to do with them eventually. I mean, I don't know if you guys even saw this. This is something that Travis from Treasure Coast Magnets he had made back in the day. He took railroad spikes and turned them into magnification dudes. Check that thing out. Yeah, look, check it out. I'll blow that up a little bit more. It's cool. Even the magnet that he throws is actually magnetic. Who knows? Maybe I can get into something like that. Oh, so you guys hadn't seen it? Yeah, Graham. He was Travis is very creative, and I loved that little dude that he made. Um, Yeah, you seem very artsy and stuff like that, and tuned into that. So I figured you might appreciate that. I thought I'd shared it before, though. I thought maybe you'd seen it, but it's very good. It looks like, not only did he really, really like the paint is good, but it looks like he scraped the heck out of these railroad spikes and he reused them, just like I've done with putting the laser engraving on it. You know, it's pretty cool though. He did so many of them. He made railroad spike dudes that would metal detect. Um, he did all sorts of stuff. Very, very, very creative guy. And he's gotten away from magnet fishing a little bit. And him and his son have been on a little adventure cleaning a jet ski up and stuff like that and trying to restore it. So that way his son can use that one. Who knows? Sometimes when he speaks someone's name, they show up. So who knows? Maybe Travis will just appear out of nowhere. I doubt it. Custom, what is happening, dude? Appreciate you popping in, my man. You missed the opportunity to hear me butcher the Spanish language as I tried talking to our good buddy Luis down in Chile. Working on it though, my man. Yeah, so that's really it, guys. I mean, these next couple weeks are just going to be crazy. I don't do much on New Year's Eve, but we'll probably stay in, chill out. Too old to be doing nonsense. I can just do nonsense at home. Um, Plan out what I want to do next year. I'm thinking I might not do a lot of depending on the very cold days, guys. There may be Celtics start soon. What do you mean start soon? They've already started, dude. They're like 25 games in, bro. Come on, man. Start soon tonight. Sorry, my man. Sorry. Jeez. I can hear it. I got Scal in the background. You probably can't hear it. I can hear Scal talking. So what is new next year for the channel this year? Graham, I appreciate that. I don't really know. I'm really looking to get a little bit more creative with it. I think, um, you know, the channel's a little bit different. I think it's a little bit calmer than a lot of channels out there. I don't get like super uber excited when I find a particular thing. Sometimes I might say some choice words, but um, I got surgery, right? No, no bueno, no surgery. Um, I think creative in a sense that I might research spots a little bit more instead of just going, okay, well, there's a bridge in this town that I haven't been at yet. I think I'm going to try a little bit more and just keep going. You know what I mean? Honestly, Graham, my one goal, and Nick and I talk frequently. I tell him all the time, my one goal is to stay as consistent as possible. That's why, um, yeah, some of the things may not happen. Erwin, what is happening, my man? But that's really the goal for 2026. I've got some numeric goals, um, milestones I would like to hit, but we'll see. This all takes time. As you know, Graham, as everybody in this room who's ever put up a video knows, this whole YouTube thing is a complete and absolute grind all the time. And if you are not paying attention, if you are not being consistent, everything you work for goes like that really fast. You didn't make that mistake, custom, at all. I just right now financially I can't do it. let's just say that financially, I cannot take the time off to do it. It's a 4 to 6 month recovery time, and it was a workman's comp claim, and they don't pay 100%. That's all we'll say. I really, really appreciate that, Graham. I thank you. Greatly appreciated. Next year, instead of magnets, going to lower. Hey, with AI, I might be able to make that happen. Okay. I think I might get in trouble if I used actual toddlers. Share that, Carolina? Next year, instead of using magnets, I'm going to lower toddlers down to grab the stuff. See, she laughed too. That's very scary. That's what we needed. We needed an injection of humor, Irwin. But yeah, some other stuff. So you guys saw some different stuff this year that I'd like to continue doing, Graham. One of them being, um, not yet, but who knows? Um, I love doing all the collabs. I think that's really what my goal is, to do a lot of them. Um, the toddlers, yes, sometimes depends on how often you lose them. Depends how often you lose them. Uh, where were we going? Where were we going with that? I don't know. Collabs, yeah. I want to do some more driving out of state. Meet up with Jason. Jason, you said you'll meet us halfway, so I'll research a good spot. At some point, we'll meet up. I'd love to travel back down to Florida, hang out with Nick and those guys again. I really miss being down in Florida. Magnificent. There was a really good spot. Everywhere I went was a good spot. Um, I'd love to go out west. I mean, Jason has invited Josh out a bunch of times. Jason from Motor City. He's always said that we can go out magna fishing with him, so I wouldn't mind doing that. I'd like to go hang out with Bucky. I'd like to meet just about everybody in the chat right now. I mean, heck, I could literally spend the whole summer just traveling. And ideally, guys, that is the big picture plan. Make all this whole YouTube stuff work for me, you know? And once I can make that happen, if I can make that happen, um, then I will literally travel everywhere, anywhere and everywhere. I'll get on planes with my magnet. I've done it before. Let's go. England's on the list eventually. Um, so that's really a big push. Graham is staying busy, going places, hanging out with other people. I do like doing the solo vids, absolutely, because we all know that magnifishing is a very peaceful thing, and if you're when you're solo magnifishing, it's even more peaceful because yeah, I try not to come off too too crazy, but yes, I believe that too, Graham. Not if, but when it is going to happen. Appreciate that, custom, but this, to be honest, with the community where we're at right now, it's amazing. Everybody I've met, everybody I've chatted with, everybody who hangs out on lives, hangs out in here when we're magnet fishing. Um, I have thought about that, but as a matter of fact, Jason, and he did make it public so I can talk about it. And just tie it. You're absolutely crazy. But back to your thing, Jason. There is a show already. If you look it up, I don't know if it's on a cable channel. I think it's on Tubi, which is like a free app. Look up Fishing for History. It is a couple guys that literally magnet fish for history. We watched it the other day. Carolina's looking at me right now, giving me the side eye because the hosts are very milk toast. Um, and it was their very first season, so you got to catch them a little bit of a break. But the magnets weren't super fantastic. But it was a pretty great idea for the show. It was very one episode was them going to a pond and trying to find a plane that had gone down in the pond. Um, they do stuff like that. But what I referenced at the beginning, where we couldn't talk about this stuff, Nick from Magnet Junkie actually filmed an episode with them. He did announce it on his own channel and his own video, so I can talk about it. But I think one of our other magnet fishing friends from out west, I don't think he's officially announced it yet, so I won't put him out there, but I do know that Nick did have an opportunity to magnet fish with the dudes from the show Fishing for History. And that's really awesome. They were down by NASA and they could see a couple of the SpaceX launchers and stuff that were out. So that episode ought to be very cool, but that's not coming till like mid to late 2026, I think. But there is a magnet fishing show already. Not crapping on the guys from the show, but again, they didn't seem to bring like a bunch of excitement. And not that our channel is like uber exciting. Again, I don't get crazy when I find something, but that something's got to be better than what that first season was. Or maybe they were just nervous. Maybe it was their first time being on camera. Who knows? But definitely do look it up. Fishing for History. It's on Tubi. I think I watched like 2 or 3 episodes. But those guys did, ever since that first season, they went out magnet fishing with the guys from Magnetar. They actually traveled out there. So Graham knows those dudes. I appreciate that, and it's not going to ever change. Like I said, even doing the collabs, that part will always stay the same because I try to project the chill. But so these guys did magnet fish with Magnetar. They now have cubes, like 6,000 pounders. Tubi is an app, dude. See, you spelt it right, so I know you know about Tubi. Yeah, AI is nuts, dude. But definitely do look it up because, like I said, their new episodes are going to get much better. Because when they magnet fished with Nick, they did bring the cubes out. So yeah, definitely think it's a great idea. That's a lot of it too. Custom, what I'm really wanting to learn, and you commented on their videos. I'm gonna go and talk to the people at Cape Media because as you saw from that video, Carly really made an amazing um really made an amazing piece. Sorry, I was reading off the side. Um in her editing, her transitions, the way that she dealt with the narration of that video, that would be amazing. I mean, to have that style, maybe even it doesn't even have to be like the whole video, but just some cut scenes, and I think it would be a little bit more interesting to just tweak the editing a little bit and trying to what is going on, Beardo? Appreciate you popping in, man. I think that's really a big thing is just adding a little bit of B-roll. I tried that at the end of this week's video by showing me walking off from the tracks or whatever, adding a little bit of music just to segue into the outro. Um, that's really where I'd like to go, but I'm not going to change exactly what we're doing, you know. I have fun doing it, so we're going to stick with it. But the cold may slow me down a little this year. Yeah. it wasn't just well recorded though, man. Like the editing skills and like I don't know, it was just done correctly. But the good deal is so that Cape Media Center custom you can join for $30 for the whole entire year and you have access to everything. Not only like their gear, but all their software for editing. Like they use all Adobe products, which back before Comcast, I was very familiar with the Adobe stuff because I did graphic design for 10 years. Um, yeah, that's cool too. I love the lives. I love the lives. I won't ever stop those. And there's no real way to edit those on the fly. You know what I mean? Slate move vlog style. Graham, appreciate you popping in from across the pond. I know it's uber late. Whenever any one of you guys from the UK pop in, I'm super grateful. And thank you so much for the encouraging words. That means a bunch. So thank you. For how much? It's only $30. $30. Yeah, the pro that I'm talking about right now, Carly, is somebody actually from the media center. Um, if you go to our posts, I didn't repost the video itself, but if you go to our actual like posts, uh, there should be something in there from a piece that Cape Media Center did on us, where one of the people there, Kayla, she came out magnet fishing with me and recorded the whole thing, did a little interview, and she kind of like narrated over everything. Or made it sound like I was narrating over everything. She did an amazing job. You can hear me live. I'm kind of a bumbling idiot and I go from topic to topic. Her editing skills, like she got me from like here. She created this like well done narration and story and she did an amazing job. So for $30 a year, I can go learn how they do that and get access to their equipment. I wonder if they'll let me take it off property. Maybe for a little bit more. But yeah, that's really the plan. Do a little bit, polish up the editing a little bit. What about you all? I mean, everybody in here that's got a channel, what's your plan for 2026? What's your goal for 2026? Onward and upward. That's the plan. With a little bit of extra polishing, you know? I always try to keep the transitions tight and I think there is oh, okay. Yeah. That sounds like a plan. Not just the live, but just getting outside. But that's also another side effect of magnifishing, dude. You're outside. So I think that's a bonus at all times. And uh, I did do a lot of stuff when we first started, did try doing like uber chill videos. Those didn't go over very well. They went over like lead balloons. I tried to get like very meditative and but I do have some other ideas for TikTok that aren't magnet fishing related. Oh, outside your area. I thought you meant like outside, outside. My bad, bro. And how far are you from Maine, Jason? I know how far you are from Vermont. Furniture tripping. I don't know what that even means, dude. I'm sure you will enlighten us. Travel more. That's exactly it. Exactly it, my man. I hope to do the same. I would love to get out where you guys all are this year. There are so many of you um, to catch up with. I mean, you guys, Jay, of course, the Rusty guys, they haven't been around much. Meeting up with Bucky. The best thing to do is just make it happen. and any of this stuff. We are all these goals that everybody has, even the oh future tripping. Yeah. Yeah. Even whatever it is that Erwin wants to do. I'll make it happen. Just do it. That's what we're gonna do. We are just about at 8:30, guys. I'm gonna take off out of here. I appreciate you all watching, and I appreciate all the support. It's not it's awesome. I really, really appreciate everybody watching and hanging out around here. I definitely want to take a trip. Oof, you got to go. But if I were to give you a tip, Carly, go to the vineyard first. There's more to do over in the vineyard. It's a larger island. Nantucket's great, but it's a very small, compact island. Um, Go to the vineyard first. I'm gonna try. I'll watch it, dude. You tell me. You send me the link. I will watch. I will subscribe, and I will. Oh my god, dude. Custom, you don't have to do that, man. But you are absolutely amazing for doing it. Thank you. There we go. You're awesome. The love you guys give us, super, super appreciated. Never been to the islands. Thank you again. Yeah, we'll talk about the island soon. Let's revisit that one because I got some recommendations. Custom, again, thank you, man. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. I'm going to take off out of here. Adios, y'all. Spring to summer. That's my last tip. Then I'm out.